All right, welcome back to another segment of Get to Know. We are here with Eli Stove, former Auburn Tiger, uh, USFL New Orleans Breaker. Had a brief stint before mini camp with the Chargers, I believe. Was it the Chargers? Get a
Yeah, it
mental
was
IRS.
Chargers
Chargers. Okay.
in 2021, and yeah, really didn't work
Okay.
out. So
Yeah, absolutely. Hear that, man. So we're just going to start off real simple, real light, just something fun, just to get the questions flowing. If you could buy anything right now, just unlimited funds, whatever you want, it can be as responsible or as irresponsible as you want, whatever you got right now,
anything.
anything.
This might sound crazy, but I would buy a whole block of houses and have my family and my friends live on the same block.
Hey, that sounds amazing. I mean, it might get crazy sometimes with everybody
Yeah,
knowing everybody, but it still sounds amazing. Gets everybody set up for forever and generational passing on down. So, what's kind of a pregame routine, maybe a pregame song that you think people probably wouldn't expect from you?
uh, I'd say routine, really normal. Just think about the game, think about what I'm gonna do. Uh, I don't really have a song. I just listen to I have my own playlist for like a whole bunch of songs. It could be from NBA YoungBoy to let me see Drake for real. It's
Okay.
just a crazy playlist, but it's just songs I like. Get me right for the game.
No, I feel that right. Getting the right mind frame. Yeah, we'll talk on it, even though it's not really a part of the interview. But you mentioned the Drake. You feeling the new album?
I don't know. For some reason, his songs they hit different later on. Some of them I like right now, but you just gotta get used to them. You gotta keep playing them, and then they get better.
Right. No, I hear that. Yeah, absolutely. You start to notice little nuances in the lyrics and everything like that. I told a friend of mine sometimes I wonder if Drake really is that good with lyrics or if he just hangs around Lil Wayne enough to where, Lil Wayne says he forgets more lines than he writes. So maybe Drake's always like listening. He's like, all right, I'm gonna write that one down. But all
I
right,
believe.
so what kind of yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Wayne's one of the most creative out there. So if you got to learn from anybody for hip hop, I would lean towards him. But jumping into more of the football stuff, if you're bouncing around, you're trying to get some playing time somewhere. If you had to be a kick returner or a punt returner, had to choose. I know the option is normally there for guys to do both, but if you had to choose, which one are you doing?
Kick return.
Okay,
Kick return.
why is
I think
that?
I don't know. I just feel way more dynamic with the ball and kick
Okay,
return. Punt return is just I don't know. I like it and I could do it well, but I feel like I'll just do kick return way better.
okay, I feel that. Yeah, I almost feel like too with a punt return, you're asking to get smacked a couple of times, whereas the kick return gives you a little more time to get your eyes straight before you're dodging a 220-pound linebacker or runner or something like that.
But if you get space though, you're good. But you got
Yeah,
to get space at the end of the day. But kick return, I really think I excelled at that. I gotta return one though. I would always get to
yeah,
the 50, but I gotta return. I got to this
yeah.
year.
Oh
That's my
man,
goal. Sure.
when you're in space, period, you're going to be electric, even if you don't get it all the way there. But I'm glad to hear that's the goal because those are always fun to watch. So NFL comparison, if you had to compare your game, I know you have time at Auburn and possibly high school. I didn't see a whole lot there, but out of the backfield and as the receiver, what's your NFL comparison do you have for yourself?
I would say versatile wise, it'd be like Debo Samuel, uh, probably DJ Moore, um, probably Patterson from Atlanta too. I feel like I have a little bit of him because he's done returns and then of
Hmm.
course he was receiver and running back. So yeah, I'll probably say them to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Cordell was the one that comes to mind for me, but that's just because as a Saints fan and being around the New Orleans area, he could be having the most down year when he plays the Saints. Man, he becomes like Jerry Rice and Marshawn Lynch at the same time. Like he just I don't know how he finds it, but he loves playing against us. But So you came to the Breakers. You were coming into an offense that was, somewhat established, but you still got some time back there. How did you make that connection and kind of earn that trust, with the team to kind of excel in the position that they put you in?
Yeah, really everything just started training camp. I really didn't know anybody. I want to make a name for myself, and they threw me in the fire like the first day. So I think I overcame that. I think I tell everybody just you have to really just stay in the playbook and just work hard in training camp. I mean, all it's gonna pay
Absolutely.
off at the end. So and really just help me at the end.
Makes sense. Yeah, I know. You came in and you said, you said you really didn't know a lot of people, and I caught an Auburn beat writer's article about the reconnection with Jacoby. I'm going to draw a blank on the last name, but he plays linebacker. But I guess it's a little bit different when you're coming in with a guy that you were really just facing off against in practice at the college level.
Yeah,
But I imagine that was still kind of cool to like split ways and then come back and you're on the same team again and being able to maybe know his tendencies and vice versa a little more. Going up against somebody that you've had some experience with. But speaking of Auburn, it's a decorated SEC program, 3 Heisman winners, the most recent one being Cam Newton, national championships. What was like the atmosphere playing for a team like the Auburn Tigers with the decoration and the titles and the names that they had coming from that school?
yeah, the atmosphere is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of the best atmospheres in college. And I've been to plenty schools, even getting recruited, um, playing, and like after just going to colleges, and watching either my old teammates, uh, brothers, or just going just to visit. Just with because I was a high school coach for a year, so I took
Okay.
some high school kids to UCF. And Auburn is by far one of the best atmospheres to be in. It's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I feel that we're spoiled being in the South for football because growing up a Saints fan, you go to Walmart and you see Saints shirts. You go to Alabama, close to UAB, close to
Yeah.
the Alabama. In Tuscaloosa, you see Alabama merch, UAB merch. I lived in California for a couple years, and it was crazy to me that I would go places and like I never saw Charger stuff. So we're
Mhm.
definitely spoiled being from the South. The football programs down here, there's college programs like LSU that probably have a much bigger game day atmosphere than some pro programs out there for the NFL. So I imagine Auburn's right up there with them and just a lot of fun, a lot of action, and a whole lot of passion from the fans.
Yeah, LSU is crazy, and Clemson is up there too. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, Bama, but I don't know. I'm just so used to playing there.
Right.
I got used to it. But those those two for sure, LSU and Clemson for sure,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Death Valley is not a place a lot of teams want to be, and I just have to say that LSU did beat Auburn, but Jaden Daniels is playing at a different level right now. So as long as the defense can, it feels like as long as the defense can hold the other team under 40, Jaden Daniels can do the rest. Which feels weird, but yeah. So with the battle against the Tigers, it's always a fun game to watch between Auburn and
Yeah,
LSU. So.
wish
Um,
they won though, but hey,
Right. Yeah. That's kind of like Dion said. Not everybody can be perfect, So you gotta,
nah.
you got LSU's not perfect this year, man. Either it's been a wild ride for both Tigers programs for sure. If you could go to any NFL team right now, which one do you think that you could make an immediate impact on?
Immediate impact. Uh, Maybe a team like the Broncos. They need a lot of help. Um, Falcons. Um, Hopefully, I get the Saints. I could do some good things with the Saints, but they kind of have players that are similar to my talents. Like Chris Olave does a lot of stuff. Then they have what is it? Is it Shaheed or
Rashid Shaheed. Yeah.
yeah, he had a good game today.
Yeah.
As I,
No,
as I
absolutely.
But I mean, yeah, I'd say those teams. Um, Really, I think I could make a difference anywhere. I'm real versatile, so I feel like you can put me anywhere. Kick return or just receiver. Even running back stuff. I feel like I could do it all. So I mean, I'm good at special teams for sure. Like I think that's one of my biggest things about me, is special teams. Like I was a gunner. Um, like I said, I could be a punt returner, kick returner, and I love kickoff. I love running down. I don't like being a safety on kickoff. I know that's what I was this year, but hey, it is what it is. I'm on kickoff though. I want to make a tackle. I'm not afraid to make a tackle at all.
Yeah, there was one year with the Saints that we had Taysom Hill, making tackles, returning punts, returning kickoffs, hitting guys, and like you said, versatility on special teams is really how you make a name for yourself in the NFL. Is somebody who's trying to make a roster. So a lot of guys have made a name for themselves on the special teams with the Saints to the point where they go to other teams and I'm like, oh, like I remember that guy, and but yeah, I would compare your game a lot to Rashid Shaheed actually because he came on to the league and his first like four receptions were touchdowns and it was like just so crazy to see that explosiveness and agility and everything like that, man. You're right up there with it when you get the ball in space, you're deadly. So um, moving on to the USFL season a little more, what's your favorite memory from the season you had in the USFL so far?
I'd say beating the Stallions, honestly. Beating them. I know it didn't work out at the end with us. We lost to them twice in a row. But the first game we played them, we had a great game. My dog, my dog Lee, he took off. He had two touchdowns early, and after that, we just knew we was gonna win. So that's probably my favorite moment.
Yeah, I think in it's as far as having really good games. I think it was against Memphis, the Showboats. I'll never forget like the announcer who was like, and Stove adds to the 34-3 lead. I was like, man, like that's a sentence, like. But yeah, you guys had some games that were really really good, and I imagine fun to be a part of. The Breakers, it feels like they're one step from being taking that title away from Birmingham. It almost feels rigged to the point where the Stallions are up there winning it twice
Man,
in a row. But we'll deal with it. You guys will bounce back.
I'm telling you, it's crazy how everything just unfolded at the end. Like it just worked out for them. It's
Right,
crazy.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, and it's like well, the Breakers won home field advantage, and it's like yeah, but that's in Birmingham. Like, doesn't make any sense. But the league's gonna figure it out, man. The USFL is gonna be a lot of fun for years to come, no
Yeah.
matter what happens with the merger and everything like that. So Um, so you kind of had some injury areas where you weren't quite able to get to that mini camp for the Chargers. After that, what in your mind kept you motivated to stay in like professional football shape to be ready to go for a program, whether it be NFL, USFL, CFL, whatever it may be?
Man, I was rehabbing for 2 years straight. Um, I had to rehab. Then in early in the morning, I had to be there at like 5:36. Then after that, it'd be like a 2 hour session. Then I'll go drive 30 minutes to my job. First of all, the rehab was an hour away from my house. Then I would drive after rehab 30 minutes to my job, which was at Toyota. I was just doing like small stuff. I was basically like I was just helping out in anything and everything. And that was rough on my legs because I'm rehabbing from ACL, and then because I had to open up two knees instead of just one, so they opened up my left and my right. So they had to put the left patella tendon in my right because I tore my right twice. So I had to basically get over that, and I had to just stop feeling sorry for myself and tell myself every day like I'm gonna get back to where I need to be, and I'm gonna really just help my family. That was a motivation for me because I was tired of being in a slump. So was my family. We don't come from a hard time, but we had hard times, and things weren't going well in my household, and I wanted to be the difference for my family, and I still think I am going to be the difference for my family. So really, just that motivated me every single day.
Oh, that yeah, I think it plays back into your original answer that we started with wanting to buy the whole block and give everybody somewhere to live for your friends and family. I love that answer. Kind of ended on a more positive note here. What's your favorite memory associated with football that's not winning? Whether it be like a bond that you've established through football, maybe a coach that you've met, anything not associated with winning.
Not associated with winning. Really, I would say when I was at Auburn, every summer workout, like every year, we had summer workouts, and I feel like we just as a team we bonded well. And really every year it was fun. It was fun to be around them guys every summer and just grind. Everybody's going for the same goal, so that was good. That was great for sure. My
No,
favorite
man,
memory.
yeah. Seems like the locker room camaraderie is a lot of what people either miss or still really enjoy, whether or not that I imagine the locker room gets pretty dark whenever you're not winning, but you've been a
Yeah.
part of a lot of winning, so hopefully you keep that up wherever you go. And if it's on the Saints, I'll love the winning even more because we need some winning right now, man.
I hope it's somewhere. Hope it's somewhere.
Absolutely, man. All right, well, hey, if you want to tell the people anything, floor is yours. If you got anything you want to shout out or any people you want to shout out, whatever it may be, go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the fans. Keep watching us. We're gonna get through this merger thing. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna be great things coming from the New Orleans Breakers. And thank you.
Absolutely, man. Again, this is Get to Know from Be in the Know. Ethan Myers, Eli Stove. Thank y'all, and tune in next time.